as we know, the Torah is basically incomprehensible on its own. In other words, if you would open up the Chumash and try and understand how to do any one of the mitzvahs in the Torah, you would not know how to do it. I can give you 20 examples if you want. For example, how do you shecht an animal? By the way, that's like one of those questions you can respond, right? How do you shecht an animal? Anyone know? Shechita, how's it work?
The neck.
The neck with a knife, you pull it back, you got to slaughter one thing, you don't harm the animal, you got to make sure the knife is perfect, etc., etc. How do you know that? You know what the Torah says? The Torah says you have to shecht, and Moshe Rabbeinu in the Torah tells the Jewish people, you have to shecht animals, 2 words, ka'asher tzivisicha. Translate that for me, somebody? Like I commanded you. You can scan the Chumash upside down and inside out, backwards and forwards, and you will not find a place where Moshe Rabbeinu tells the Jewish people how exactly to shecht an animal. So when Moshe says you should shecht an animal as I have commanded you, yet nowhere in the Chumash did he command him, well then where did he command him? Well, he did it orally, right? That's Torah Shebaal Peh. Not to mention, have you ever looked inside of a Torah scroll? Are there nekudos?
Nope.
Are there vowels?
No.
Let me ask you this: we have our fluent Hebrew speakers over here speaking at home. Are there many words in Hebrew that have the same exact osios, the same letters but different vowels?
What?
Yeah, there's many words that have the same letters but different vowels. Right? I'll give you an example. The word ches, lamed, vase spells what? Which one is it?
It can be both.
So if the Torah says ches, lamed, vase, what does it mean?
Milk.
Or maybe it means chelav. Well, sometimes it means, chelav means fat. It means animal fat. So says Adelia, figure it out from the context. Beautiful. So translate this verse for me. Lo sevashel gedi beches lamed vase imo.
Don't cook a little...
A gedi, a goat, a kid, whatever.
In the meat of it is in the milk of his mother.
Why not in the fat of its mother? Are we a no milk and meat religion or are we a low fat religion?
Because who says his mother is fat? Maybe she was skinny.
Who says she has milk? Maybe she doesn't have an udder. You know, that's it. Maybe she's utterly udderless. So, and then we can go on and on and on. What is the big mitzvah we do on Rosh Hashanah? It doesn't mention it anywhere in the Torah. It refers to Rosh Hashanah as Yom Trua, which means literally the day of the blowing. That's it. In other words, does that mean you're supposed to walk around Rosh Hashanah and go, maybe it's a day of bubbles. Maybe you're supposed to blow bubbles everywhere. Like, what are you supposed to do? And I could go on and on and on. Basically, everything it says in the Torah, you cannot understand from just reading the Chumash what to do. When I get up every single morning, when your father's brothers, uncles, cousins, whatever, get up every single morning, 6 days a week, not on Yom Tovim, what do they do? Hopefully they daven Shacharis. What do they put on when they daven Shacharis? They put on tefillin. Where in the Torah does it talk about tefillin?
Shema.
Right, what's it say?
Put it between your forehead.
Ukshartam la'ois al yadecha v'hayu letotafos bein enecha. Right? You should tie them for a sign on your arms, and they should be totafos between your eyes. What in the world are totafos? And what is the sign? Okay, I'm reading the Chumash, but we'll get the first round of questions in a minute. I read the Torah. Open up the Chumash. It says, Ukshartam la'ois al yadecha. Tie a sign onto your arms. I want to be a good frum Jew. So you know what I do? I go outside, I take a nice stop sign, and I tie it onto my arm. I say, look, Ukshartam la'ois al yadecha. And it says, Vayula totafos bein. What are totafos? Rashi has a hard time telling us what totafos are. But you look in the Gemara and it tells you, oh no, this is tefillin. Oh no, there's 4 parshas. This is how you put them together. You have these straps, they'd be completely boxed, they completely blah, 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 blah. But you don't learn that from the one verse in the Torah. There's actually 2 or 3 verses, but they're all basically the same thing. Same time for a sign, put them there, boom. Right? And I can go on and on. You could even throw a mitzvah at me, and I'll tell you how, by looking at the Chumash, you don't know how to follow it. So therefore, when Moshe Rabbeinu was up on Har Sinai, he not only got the Torah Shebiksav, the written Torah, what we call the Chamishe Chumshe Torah, the 5 books of Moses, it's quite simply the outline. Or if you will, if somebody would take your notes from this class afterwards and read them, do you think they would really comprehend what happened in the class? That's how a lot of people take notes. So this is how many of the commentators explain it, that the lecture is the Torah Shebaal Peh. So for 40 years in the Midbar, Klal Yisrael heard the lecture from Moshe Rabbeinu. Before Moshe Rabbeinu dies, he gives them the Chumash. So they have the outline, they have the notes to be able to refer back to remember the details from the lecture. And he teaches them a system that if they can't remember so well some of the details, you could extrapolate the details from the words. Take out.